Look, we got a breaking news report in the sport of boxing right now. We all know it's going to be a massive showdown. Listen, February 22nd, you better book your calendars. You will have Floyd, Kid Austin, Schofield versus Shakur Stevenson. I'm telling you, it's for all of the gold. It's going down. It's Flight Sports TV. I knew this was going to happen. Now I got to break the report to you that Shakur is receiving some A1 training. As you see the reports, Shakur Stevenson is being, tutored and nurtured by the likes of Floyd, Money Mayweather. We all know what's going on with Floyd, Mayweather Promotions. We're going to get all into it. Obviously, Shawn Porter is involved in this. Shawn Porter showed a couple of clips from some sparring sessions. He's getting him ready for the fight. If you've been living under a rock, you know Shakur Stevenson is in that club, of fighters. It's pretty clicked up. Some fighters are in the club, some are not. Some fighters want to cling to people that's in the club, but we all know where we going with this. Um, Floyd Kid Austin Schofield is not running on anybody's coattails. He is carving a lane for himself. And I'm here to tell you, y'all, listen, this February 22nd, Floyd Kid Austin Schofield, who is 18 and 0, 12 wins by the way of knockout, he will shock the world. All of the pressure right now is on Shakur Stevenson. There is reports also, as people was noting. I didn't say this, but people from the clips, they were saying Shakur Stevenson may have received a little punishment. They was talking about his face and this, that, and the third. Now we all know what that could be like if he was to lock horns with Kid Austin. And I'm telling you, it's going to be no preparation for what he's going to face. Make no mistake about the situation. This will be the toughest fight for Shakur Stevenson. I do believe that these everybody's trying to make it out like, oh, this is this kid and this and that. I really think they're doing people a disservice as of the true opponent that he is facing. Shakur hasn't fought nobody like this, at this age, this speed, this power, this he's ranked. It's just like this is the perfect storm, to make or break a Shakur. Shakur obviously is looking at this as some kind of stepping stone to get him to the Javante Davis fight. And that's something that I believe is going to mess him up too, because even now you got the fight coming up in a couple of weeks. What are we talking about? We still talking about Shakur versus Javante. It's almost like Shakur has looked past Floyd Kid Austin Schofield. And I think that's a very dangerous mistake, but we gotta point out, when you go receive this type of training, you got to take heed. I think everybody's taking heed of what's going on. Like, oh, okay, we just monitoring the situation. Shakur is undefeated as well. You will have two undefeated fighters showing down. You have Shakur 22 wins, no losses, no draws, 10 wins by the way of knockout. Somehow he's talking about he's going to be stopping pardon me, a Kid Austin, which I think is just crazy. I mean, he hasn't never stopped really anybody. I mean, I know that he's had some stoppages, but really seriously win as of late. And do you really think that he'll be able to do something like that to an opponent like Floyd Kid Austin Schofield? I really think, again, he's jumping the gun. People are continuing to, look past the true opponent that Kid Austin is. Like I said, man, I really believe that Shakur is in trouble. I seriously do. And if he's not on his A game, he's gonna get caught with something. I really do. Both fighters to me are experiencing somewhat of a little bit of adversity, if you want to say so. You got Floyd Kid Austin Schofield in his last fight. He like I said, a lot of people gonna say what they want. He went down. You know, Kid Austin was completely annihilating that kid. You know, he chose to go in there and exchange. And if you watch that fight, and I know a lot of people that y'all like to say, "Hey, man, go look at the film. Go look at this." I'm telling you, I'm imploring you to go look at that film. You know, that Kid Austin just fought, and see what I just said. You're gonna see where Kid Austin was just beating this man. You know, just it didn't make no sense. You know, but this guy Renee, you know, he wasn't gonna be dropped. It's like I said, the Kid Austin said he hit him with like a 50 piece, and he was still walking straight to him. So you knew what kind of night this was gonna be. So he elected to go in there and bang, you know, and that's something that you'll never see none of these other guys do. And you're gonna have to get in there and bang, you know, like you heard Javante say, the guy that they chasing. You will. What's gonna happen when you get hit? Yeah, and you could have all of the boxing techniques. We know that Shakur is one of the best defensive fighters. You know, even though he hasn't showed that he hasn't been impeccable to the point where everybody's making it seem the last couple of fights. But before the last couple of fights, I could say that he looks he looked top notch, you know. But the last few is looking like it's some chinks in the armor, and other opponents are seeing that. That's where I'm going with this, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we all know on paper Shakur is supposed to be the favorite, but like I said, I'm going out I'm going out with Kid Austin. I truly believe that this is going to be a great showing, no matter what. You know, you look at a lot of these other fighters. You know, win, lose, or draw. You know, it's all about the way Kid Austin goes in there. You're gonna have to respect Kid Austin. You know, because none of these guys are doing what he's doing, especially at his age. You seeing this from the vets. A lot of these younger fighters not really stepping in there like that. You know, so now look. So what's next? Why you hearing Keyshawn bringing up Tank? You know he ain't gonna fight Tank. You know, so but he continues to bring up his name. Why? Because you got a guy like Floyd Kid Austin Schofield challenging the big dogs. You know, and the fights are happening. You know, it's not just no talking. Paperwork is being signed. These other dudes just talking. You see what's going on with Golden Boy Promotions. You know, if there's a fight to be had, it's gonna be made. They done trailblazed it. You know, so listen, this is gonna be one epic fight. In any other card, this would have been the main event. But listen, let's get in the comments section and let's talk. You know, let's talk about this training. Let's talk about this tough fight for Shakur Stevenson. And as you can see, he see that this is going to be tough. You know, Kid Austin is going to be coming his way. And listen, I'm telling you, a lot of people think Kid Austin is going to come out a certain style. Don't be surprised if he switch it up and then go back and switch. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, it's Flight Sports TV. We're gonna be back with another one. You already know what it is.